Go.
All right now, welcome everybody. Everybody put up your jazz hands. It's the 1000th episode. Woo! Gio, don't you have some music? I thought you had music. Let's do some music. Welcome everybody. Welcome to the Daily Huddle. Welcome to Thursday Spiritual Matters. Welcome to our 1000th episode. Most of us are wearing green because green is the color of rebirth. It is the color of springtime coming. It is the color of the heart chakra. We are all coming from our hearts. This has been such a love, such a passion project for all of us. And I want to acknowledge Saurel and Gio for creating this motley crew of amazing people that come here every weekday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And some of you are all over the world. So wherever you are, whether it's 6 a.m. in the Pacific Coast or 9 p.m. in Australia or wherever you are, you make it a point to be here and join the family at the Daily Huddle. So thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started. So let's go. I love that. Every day should start with a little bit of percussion. That's just my personal bias. I love it. Speaking of heartbeat, right? Percussion is the one instrument that reminds you that the earth has a heartbeat just like you do. I love it. I love it. I love it. So thank you, everybody, again, for being here. I'm Dr. Monikah Ogando. I'm your co-host and host for Spiritual Matters Thursdays. And so we're going to kind of like weave in the Spiritual Matters thing, the theme, I should say, with the celebration that we have going on today for our 1000th episode. So, of course, no hero journey would be complete without the origin story. So I'm going to pull up Saurel and Gio to tell us about the origin of how the Daily Huddle started. And then I would love to hear from each one of our hosts as to how the Daily Huddle, participating as a host, as a guest, some of us started as a guest and then became hosts, how being part of this family has impacted you. And I want to hear from them, the audience, how it has impacted you as well, because you're the reason why we're here. So let's start with the origin story. Who wants to go first?
You know, I wish we could go together. Like I say one word and Gio says the other.
I know it.
Because as this has evolved, we were sitting at the airport the other day, traveling back, and I said something. I began to say it, and Gio finished it, and he goes, "Isn't it cool? I could finish your sentences."
Oh.
And it was the kind of moment where I realized for myself, oh my God, it is cool to have a business partner, a friend, a brother like Giovanni. And while I'm telling you about maybe something that's way off from the origin of the story, I want to come back to say it is that kind of brotherhood and that kind of love that started the Daily Huddle. So
Saurel,
Gio and I had, yes.
Saurel, let me just show them how did it start this. And then you continue, okay? Because I want to show something on the screen, Saurel. You may not be able to see it.
Oh, come on.
I want to show. This is how it happened, Saurel.
Okay.
This is exactly how it happened.
100%.
I love it. I have a bad idea. Let's do it.
I have a bad idea.
I love that. I love that.
And I was there. I can testify to that.
Go ahead, Saurel. Continue.
Fantastic.
This is a horrible idea, brother.
That is absolutely right. It was a horrible idea. So it was March 2020. Gio and I had a leadership retreat scheduled, and you all know what happened. In March 2020, the state closed down. And Gio, you tell that part of the story way better than I do. I'm going to throw the ball over to you now.
Yeah, okay, so I'll say it in 1 minute or two. We had many of our clients and many of our friends, we were having constant conversations at the beginning of the pandemic to create a powerful context for the day, to create certainty in a times of uncertainty. And we're having I can't say a lot of fun, but we were certainly navigating through that. And and my schedule got really busy. So Saurel's schedule also got busy with calls and things. So we said, as a result of a request of one of my clients, we said, why don't we create a morning huddle where we invite everyone to come, and that way we can set up a half hour to do this, and everyone says something. We create a powerful context for the rest of the day, and then we go and everybody goes to take a shower and see how they can reinvent their lives. And that one client that requested the possibility of something like the Daily Huddle, that one client that it was so urgent, that it was so important to her, she never showed up to the Daily Huddle.
Oh,
Never.
see, that wasn't her role. I love
that.
it.
Wasn't
She
her
was just
role.
to bring the idea, the message.
That's right.
She was the one that created the idea. She never quite showed up to the Daily Huddle. We have a great relationship with her. But yeah, go ahead, Saurel.
Well, as you know, in the Daily Huddle, time flies. So, Monikah, I think we'll stop the origin story here, except to say that Gio nearly hit the floor, because day one, I said, Gio, this is cool. We're not going to stop until we reach 1,000.
He said that. He's insane. I was like, no, I was thinking like 3 weeks.
A little private podcast series, nothing serious. And then let me just tell you that there was one particular moment where I think you guys were doing each one of the days, no? At the beginning, it was just you guys showing up every single day. It wasn't like a host, an ensemble cast like what it is today. Eventually, you started enrolling people to take over one particular day and this day and that day and have themes around it. And it kind of evolved in that way. But this is the beauty, I think, of human genius, that it begins in relationship. It begins in a shared communication. And a lot of times we put a lot of pressure on ourselves that if you thought it, you brought it. I've said that so many times, that if I bring something, then I have to see it through. And sometimes that's not your role. Your role may be to initiate something, to drop a little water drop in the bucket, but that's not the water drop that is responsible for turning the bucket over. It takes a lot of other water drops in order to do that. But it wouldn't be possible unless you dropped yours first. And so I love that lesson in this. I would love to hear from the rest of the hosts. Let's start from Monday to Friday, so everybody knows the flow. We begin on Mondays with the Oteys. I always say that with my Spanish pronunciation in my head. So
I like it.
And the
I like
southern
it.
pronunciation is Odie.
I like it.
Odie. Okay.
Well, however you pronounce it, I've been called worse, I'm sure. So
I'll listen to you. Okay, so tell us how did you become a part of the Daily Huddle family, and what has been the impact for you so far? And no, so quickly, because I want to also get some audience folks as well.
Well, I'll tell you how we got started. Tara is a really good friend of our friend Rhonda's, and they were talking. And anyway, Tara invited us on as a guest and asked us to come on, and was on her show. And then one thing led to another, and you guys needed a host for Money Mondays, and we said yes. So here we are. It's been almost a year now.
it's been over a year. We had our year anniversary not too long ago.
We celebrated that. So big thanks to Tara and Rhonda for putting us all together.
Yeah. And it's been fantastic. I know the impact that it's had on us, from a simple task of organization every Monday morning when we get started with our week, all the way through getting to meet you guys in person at the live event, and getting to walk New York City with Chase. I mean, what our personal growth from this is too much to talk about in this little bit of time, and I want to give it back to you. But we are very grateful to be here, and for the drop in the bucket that whoever that client was did, and that that Saurel and Gio took it up and did what they did with it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, we love the Oteys. Okay, Tuesdays, Tara and Kathryn. We have our communication and relationship strategists. Monday wouldn't be complete unless we actually do it in relationship and in community. So Tara and Kathryn, I love it.
Absolutely. I'll share a little bit of background about how Kathryn and I came to be on the Daily Huddle. And I met Saurel at some kind of networking event. And at one point he invited me to come on as a guest. And then he invited me a second time to come on as a guest. And when it was over, he and Gio said, hey, can you stay on the line? And they asked if I would be interested in hosting. And I said, do you ask this to every guest? And they assured me that they did not.
Only the ones we like.
Are y'all that desperate? So they recommended that I find a co-host. And so I want to share two things very quickly that have meant the world to me as a result of hosting on the Daily Huddle. One is that it was my attempt, and it still is, every single now Tuesday to show up and bring value to anybody who might invest their time with us. But what I have received back personally has been tenfold. The perspectives of others in these conversations has helped me to grow beyond my imagination. That is, I just couldn't state it more clearly than that. But there's been one other gift that I think is a huge lesson to all of us. And it's around relationships. And it is that if we don't invest in them, they don't grow and get stronger and more beautiful as time goes by. And if it were not for the Daily Huddle, I know that I would not have invested into the friendship that I have today with Kathryn. And I have to tell you, that is the biggest treasure from this experience.
Oh, we love you, Kathryn.
Where
Wait,
is
are
she?
you muted? You're muted, dear.
Of course I am. Thank you, Tara. That's so special. And I echo that, and I also echo what the Otey said, that to show up here every Tuesday morning, it does start the day in a way that, and the week, right? Like it just organizes something that brings me into community with everyone here. And then the relationship that Tara and I've created and the touch points that we have to come on here, and we have the same intention to share value with people. And from that, we've created a wonderful community of women outside of the Daily Huddle, and it just keeps growing. So I can't say enough, because I actually don't even know how much it's touched my life. You know, it's just, there's something magical about it, and it's been amazing. And I am ever so grateful to all of you, and especially you, Gio and Saurel.
Thank you, Kathryn. That's beautiful. Oh, group hug, group hug. Chase, now we're back. Now we're to you. I know that we skipped. Wait, no, we didn't skip anything. You're Wednesday.
No, we didn't skip.
We're on track. We're on track. Wednesday.
So,
wait a minute. Do I say Wellness Wednesday?
health, wellness, vitality.
Okay.
Basically.
All right. Yes.
Come on, come through on Wednesday. What's up? Yes. Anyway, I came to this huddle from Rashida. Rashida and I were on another call that started at the exact same time. Mm-hmm. And I pulled away from that call. I was actually the host on the call before. And when I came on this call, it was when, I just forgot the names, the two guys that were talking about nutrition and so on.
Vince and Roland.
Vince. And I just loved them. I thought they were great. And in the back of my mind, true story, I said to myself, wow, this is so cool. I would love to be a host. And maybe 3 days after that, I got a text from Saurel saying, hey, I want to talk to you about something. And he gave me an opportunity to be a host. And I was like, wow, you were thinking what I was thinking. It was really synergistic, actually. And that's how I got here. And it's been incredible because, I mean, look at us. We built consistency. We built friendships, relationships. We leave with something. We bring something. And it just reverberates out to all these people. I don't know how many people I've brought to the Daily Huddle now. So many that call me and say, hey, is it still going on? Can I come on the show again? Yeah, whatever. And I'm just so grateful for it. The friendships are incredible. And together we can do so many monumental things. I think we just literally scratched the surface of what we can do with all of our resources. So I'm very grateful to all of you. And if this is 1,000, 2,000, we're going to be all elevated beyond measure. So
Right.
thank you,
I love
everybody.
it. Thank you, Chase. And of course, Fridays are Gio and Saurel kicked it off telling us our origin story. They're also our hosts for our Friday sessions. But before we get to Friday, we have our Thursday Spiritual Matters, which is where we are today. And it would not be complete without me sharing the stage with our first and ever visible co-host, my lovely Robin Stern, who brought me in as his sidekick. and then life was lifing, you know, and I had to share, but always welcome, Robin. You have my heart. Tell us how you got started with the Daily Huddle and what the impact has been on you.
It was just this, polar vortex that went screaming by, and I got sucked in. I had a gentleman from the Happy Neighborhood Project who was my captain. I was a co-host, and my captain said, "You got to come to this show, the Daily Huddle." And I thought it was something to do with Happy Neighborhood Project, like we're huddling up as the co-hosts and stuff. And he said, "Oh, no." So I showed up. Mark Ham is who brought me here, guys. And I came and was hanging out with these guys, and I don't know what they saw, but they said, "Hey, you need to do this and be our Spiritual Matters co-host." And I guess they actually let me pick a day, and that was the one that fit me best. So I was very honored to come on board and grateful to establish that, and certainly very happy and aware that you would be able to take it very well, and take the torch and run with it the way you have, and you haven't let me down. So thank you for taking over and making such a great thing out of it.
Thank you. And, the first year that we were together as co-hosts, just like Tara and Kathryn, just like the Oteys, and just like Saurel and Gio on Fridays. And so it was a great, like, volley, a dance, right? And so one of the beautiful things about having a co-host is that you get to dance with somebody like that. But then, of course, one of the cons is that especially if you have strong personalities and you also have a guest, it's like, can we get it all in 30 minutes? I don't know. We're going to have to work it out. So they become so juicy, our episodes, right? And for me, the great impact that it has had is that it has allowed me to practice presence. So everybody that knows me knows that I am not available for public consumption before 10 or 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or wherever I am on local time. Okay? Not available for public consumption. That doesn't mean I'm not up. It doesn't mean that I'm cranky. It just means the morning's done for me. Part of being an entrepreneur is that you get to decide how you spend your time and how you work out your schedule. But on Thursdays, I have made a particular exception to be here during single-digit mornings to start the day off with this amazing family that we have collated together, right? That we've created together. And so I just really want to thank all of you for your presence, for being here. We started also, well, at least when I got here, we started talking about questions that used to presence us into the now moment, right? Like, where are you? What time is it? What are you thankful for? Who are you going to hug today? To keep us connected, right? To give us a sense of, this is the power of consistency, that it gives you a sense of certainty. It gives you a sense of like, okay, at least I have this. If everything else is just topsy-turvy, at least I have this. This is the power and the gift of consistency. And as soon as we got our bearings, that's like, okay, do we still need to do that? Do we still feel topsy-turvy? No, we have some internal sense of, groundedness and certainty, and we've established relationship enough. And so I have loved to have seen how the Daily Huddle as a product, but also as a family, has evolved, how we have allowed ourselves to be iterative in the ways that we have moved with one another. There have been people who are hosts and are no longer hosts. There are people who were guests and are now in a different position and so forth. And it's a great lesson for how we live our lives, right? I didn't know the thing about the client who then made the suggestion and then bounced. Like that was just my whole point was just to put this in the space, and then I'm done. That's what I did. So that's such a gift. And I would love to hear from anybody in the audience, anybody who's here. I think this is the most I have seen. This is like a family reunion. Where are y'all t-shirts? Where's the family reunion t-shirt? Who else is wearing green? We didn't have time to produce Daily Huddle t-shirts, so at least you could be wearing green. Anybody who wants to raise their hand and say, what the Daily Huddle has meant for you and what you've gotten out of it, I would love to hear from you. Cece, you're first.
And
Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. The Daily Huddle has meant a lot to me because during the pandemic, I had I guess, nobody else around me. So this felt like family. And hearing the positive words and the encouragement really kept me somewhat together. And I've been a regular ever since March of 2020. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Cece. You're amazing. Andrea, welcome back.
Good morning, everybody. So Daily Huddle for me truly has become a good habit to have. And I started it right a couple of weeks after Gio and Saurel started it, invited by a friend that says, hey, Andrea, you just started your own business. Entrepreneurship is a lonely path. Mm-hmm. When you are not surrounded by a community of experts and people that can support you. Mm-hmm. And this is what I found, not only friends, but truly people that are experts in their field, willing to share the value, willing to share the knowledge, willing to give more than 100% of everything that they know. So this is a place to be. This is the place to interact. This is the place to give. Mm-hmm. Honestly, that's what the Gio and Saurel have created, a space of comfort, space of home, and we all are also making some money because you know how much I like talking about money, and this is a place of abundance. Mm-hmm. That brings money, brings thinking, brings good ideas that we can bring back to our businesses. So thank you for creating it, guys.
Thank you, Andrea. Lovely. Rashida.
Rose, go first.
Sure. Rose, come on.
No matter. Good morning, everybody. So I don't know, Andrea, if I walked in the door before you or after you, but very close, right? So I just want to acknowledge the Daily Huddle. I mean, I remember at the beginning, so two things. So first of all, the Daily Huddle was my first time sharing on a podcast, like mm-hmm. being the speaker on a podcast, mm-hmm. which was a huge breakthrough for me, right? So I really want to acknowledge Giovanni and Saurel for my growth and development by encouraging me to come on and speak on a topic. So thank you for that. And of course, the conversations over the years have been extraordinary and meaningful and thought-provoking and fun. Mm-hmm. And I remember when we got to episode 365, I was like, wow, this thing lasted a year. I never would have thought, right? And here we are at episode 1000. How many people do you know have done anything that was not their primary, job in the world 1,000 times and stayed with it? Yeah. Do you know how skinny I would be? If only. I just want to acknowledge 1,000. 1,000 is extraordinary. And I almost missed it this morning, but something said, aren't you supposed to be doing something this morning? Yeah. And I ran into nostalgia. Good to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Rose.
Good morning, my Daily Huddle family. I came from my mastermind. Stan is who invited me. Mm-hmm. I'm here. I will say that here now, but I've been bounded to be here every morning up to when I'm overseas. I'm in Costa Rica, I'm on the Daily Huddle. I'm in Jamaica, I'm on the Daily Huddle. I'm in Curacao, I'm on the Daily Huddle. Come on, guys, leave me alone. Leave me alone. But I can't. It's like it's my daily devotion. I'm saying every day I'm on the Daily Huddle. And you guys, you all have a little piece of my heart. Just so and reading rooting, and I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to every single one of you guys. From Monday to Friday, I'm here. Sometimes you can't see my face because I'm driving, but I'm telling you, my Daily Huddle family is right there, right where it belongs, right where the art belongs. And it's funny because when I brought Chase and the car, he started saying, "Oh, they invite me to be a host." I said, "Go for it, go for it. You really gonna stand out." And November of last year, he invited me to be a guest. I was like, "You have to be out of your mind, don't you? You do have to be out of your mind. Why you doing?" And he gave me not even 24 hours. It was like the next day, I was like, "Wait a minute, you couldn't do this?" And trust me, being a guest on the Daily Huddle, I was like, "Oh my God, he did not do that to me." And trust me, after that, right now, I'm working on a podcast and YouTube channel just for being on the Daily Huddle. It's amazing to see how I evolve of just that being on the Daily Huddle with Chase. Chase, my dear brother, you know I love you. You are my brother from another mother, but you belong where you are. Thank you so much, Saurel, and every single one of the panelists of the Daily Huddle. I resonate with you all guys every single morning. And Saurel know that I love Saurel and Giovanni love you more. Thank you so much.
Oh, you had to slip that one in there. I love it. Thank you, Rashida. Joe, welcome. Come on in.
Good morning. I got this morning. I was a guest on the Daily Huddle a very long time ago during the pandemic, and I have calls at 9 a.m. every morning, as Saurel knows. So I can never be here. And my call got canceled this morning, and I was like, 1,000?
Yeah!
What is the simpatico that is making it happen? So Gio, Saurel, and everyone that participates in the Daily Huddle, congratulations. Well done. What a celebration. Blessings upon blessings to all of you for the work that you do, the space you provide, the encouragement that you give, and the lives that you lead and the lives that you touch. It makes a difference. And I am humbled to say that I've been a guest here and the world aligned that I could just come and say congratulations.
Thank you so much, Joe. That's beautiful. Thank you. And
thank you, Joe.
What a great testament to, like I said before, this is I'm looking at my Zoom window, and somebody take a picture of this because this is gorgeous. It is the first time that I have seen so many beautiful faces all together in one space in this little half-hour slot of time during the day. But the 1,000th episode would not be possible without the first and the second and the third and the 27th and the 127th and the 327th and so forth. And so there's a huge, powerful lesson for me. I hope that you catch it too, in that it's great to celebrate milestones and benchmarks and anniversaries and so forth, but the real work and the real gift is in the showing up, whether it's day after day or week after week, and making sure that we are being present for ourselves and for each other, because that's the celebration, right? The benchmark and the metric and the anniversaries and so forth is just, an arbitrary moment in time. But the thing that we're really celebrating is being in relationship with each other and being able to touch the lives that we touch and the ripple effect. I always say you're not responsible. You knowing where your ripple effect goes is none of your business. You are just responsible for being the ripple effect that you are. Where it goes, where it lands, and what shores it reaches, that's beyond your pay grade. So thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your lives, for being part of your businesses. I'm with you, Andrea. We can make money too, honey. We can make relationships and money. They are not mutually exclusive. Hashtag stand for the and. And here's to 1,000 more. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And as always, remember, love generously, laugh a lot and loudly and obnoxiously. I don't care who's looking and who doesn't find it funny. And always stress less, exercise more. Remember that twerking is a spiritual practice. I don't care what anybody else says either. Give of yourself, your time, your love, and attention. And as always audit your assumptions. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Don't get outside your mouth now. We love you. Here's to 1,000 more.
The Daily Huddle rocks, guys. The Daily Huddle is the bomb. The Daily Huddle rocks. Yes, it does.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank you.
Thank you,
all
everybody.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Bye, Mariela.
Gio, thank you.
Thank you, Marietta.
Yeah,
One
thank
love,
you.
guys. One
Sorrel,
love.
thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you too, man.
Thank you, Stan.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I'm telling you, and you're welcome. Love you guys, man. Love you all.
Great seeing you, Rose. Great seeing you today.
Thank you all, Daily Huddlers.
Daily Huddle family.
Hey guys,
I'm Zach,
I'm Kimberly.
and we're your hosts for Money Monday on the podcast. And we have been with the Daily Huddle now for a little over a year, and it has been transformative. It's been fantastic for us, and I hope it's been fantastic for you guys.
We are super excited to see you on our 1,000th episode. I can't believe it's been 1,000 episodes, but
See you guys there.
Thank you, everybody, for helping us get to our 1,000th episode on the Daily Huddle. We are so excited. This is Kathryn and Tara from Relationships and Communications on Tuesday.
You know, when we started this journey together, built a community of strength and authenticity around us. We showed up to give, but we've received more than we ever could have imagined.
Way more.
And it's all thanks to you.
Here we are approaching the 1,000th episode of the Daily Huddle. I've laughed, I've cried in private and in public. Daily Huddle has been something that has really soothed me from the inside. It's been an amazing experience. Happy 1,000th that it's right on the way. This is something that is a necessary vibe. I love you all. Thank you so much.
I'm so excited that we are celebrating 1,000 episodes. I'm your host for Thursday Spiritual Matters, Dr. Monikah Ogando. This is really an ensemble cast. It is really a joint, a village, a community effort, a community celebration. And so I want to thank you personally for being part of the Daily Huddle family. And here's to 1,000 more.
3 years, 1,000 episodes. I want you to know that none of it is possible without the pristine listening that you provide. We are celebrating you, and I cannot wait for 1,000 more episodes of us being together as family, making a difference for the world.
I can't believe it's 1,000 episodes. A big thank you for being part of my life. You gave me a new context for life, and I have to tell you, my life is richer because you have been part of it. I love you, and I'll see you later.